Welcome to Timeless Wisdom for Seniors, the place where we celebrate a life well lived and the joy of making every year count. At 86 years old, I've gathered a lifetime of lessons, some hard-earned, some filled with joy. But if there's one decision that still tugs painfully at my heart, it's this. I regret moving into a nursing home. At the time, it seemed like the right move. My family, with all the best intentions, encouraged me. They promised I'd have comfort, care, and company. I believed them. I believed that life would continue smoothly, just in a new setting, but reality turned out to be very different from what I imagined. If you're watching this, you might be considering the same choice, for yourself or a loved one. Maybe it seems like the safest and easiest option. Maybe someone you trust has gently suggested it's for the best. Before you make that decision, please listen to the 6 powerful lessons I wish someone had shared with me before I packed up my life and moved out. Because life inside a nursing home isn't just a change of address, it's a change of everything. And once you step inside, getting out again is far more difficult than you might think. Stay with me until the end. Some of these insights could change the way you think about this critical decision. Regret number 1: losing my independence. When I first arrived, it wasn't the small room or the unfamiliar meals that shocked me the most. It was the sudden crushing loss of freedom. At home, I decided when to wake up. I cooked whatever I was craving. If the mood struck, I could go for a walk, visit a neighbor, or sit quietly in my garden. In the nursing home, life runs on a rigid schedule, and it's not your schedule. Breakfast is at a set time whether you're hungry or not. Lights out happens when they say so. Even stepping outside often requires permission, a staff member's assistance, and a return time. Little choices, like what to wear when to nap or what to snack on, start feeling like privileges, not rights. I remember sitting on a stiff bed that didn't feel like mine, missing the simple pleasure of choosing my own day. You adjust, of course, you have to, but with every small adaptation, you lose a little piece of yourself. Before you make this decision, ask yourself honestly, are you ready to surrender the small freedoms that make you who you are? Regret number 2, feeling forgotten. One of the most painful realizations came slowly. Life outside moves on, and sometimes you get left behind. In the beginning, my family visited often. My daughter stopped by weekly. My grandkids brought laughter on weekends. But as weeks turned into months, the visits became fewer. Phone calls replaced hugs, texts replaced conversations, holidays became full of promises, but empty of faces. I found myself waiting, watching the door, hoping. Not because they stopped loving me, but because life, for them, kept rushing forward. And I had become part of the past. There's no anger, only a quiet, aching sadness. One evening, I sat with my phone in hand, debating whether to call my son. I didn't want to be a burden, so I just put it down. Loneliness in a nursing home is deeper than silence. It's a feeling of being quietly erased. If you're considering this move, ask yourself, are you prepared for how lonely it can truly get? If you are finding these tips quite valuable, please leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Regret number 3, losing my sense of purpose. When I moved, I thought I was only changing where I lived. I didn't realize I was surrendering why I lived. At home, I had reasons to get up, watering my plants, tidying up, even baking cookies for my neighbors. Small tasks, yes, but they gave my days structure and meaning. In the nursing home, everything was done for me. Meals delivered, rooms cleaned, medications managed. At first it felt like a luxury, but very quickly it started to feel like emptiness. The days blurred together, there was nothing to look forward to, no small victories, no sense of being needed. I watched strong, lively people fade. My friend George, once a master woodworker, sat idle, staring out the window day after day. I feel useless, he told me once, and I knew exactly what he meant. Without purpose, even long days feel unbearably heavy. Before you move, ask yourself, what gives my life meaning? Will I still have it there? Regret number 4, health declining faster than expected. When I first moved in, I was proud of how strong I felt for my age. I could shop for groceries, mow my lawn, and carry laundry up the stairs, but in the nursing home, life became passive. Meals were delivered, help was readily available for everything, and without realizing it, I stopped moving. Day by day, my strength slipped away. Getting out of a chair became a struggle. A short walk down the hall left me breathless. My neighbor Alice, once a spirited walker, now uses a wheelchair. I feel like I aged 10 years in just 6 months, she once whispered to me. I couldn't have said it better myself. When you stop challenging your body stops fighting for you. If you're considering this move, ask, will I still have the will and support to keep moving every day, even when everything encourages me to sit? If you are finding these tips quite valuable, please leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Regret number 5, loss of privacy and dignity. Another hard reality, privacy becomes a rare and precious thing. At home, I could close my bedroom door, sip my coffee quietly, wear pajamas all day if I wanted. In the nursing home, everything is shared or supervised. Staff check on you, whether you want them to or not. Personal care often requires assistance, dressing, bathing, even using the restroom. And if you're assigned a roommate, your private life shrinks to a corner of a room. Even though the caregivers were kind, it was still deeply humbling and sometimes humiliating. The small indignities chip away at your spirit. Ask yourself honestly, am I truly ready to lose the privacy and independence I've known all my life? Regret number 6, realizing it's much harder to leave than you think. When I first arrived, I told myself, if I don't like it, I'll just go back home. But reality wasn't that simple. My house sat empty, and over time it became too much to manage. Utilities were turned off, furniture was sold, my children started treating my move as permanent, making decisions without asking, and after months of living with less movement, less independence and more fear, I doubted myself. Could I even handle living alone again? The longer you stay, the harder it becomes to leave, physically, financially, and emotionally. Many of the friends I met inside said the same thing. I thought it was temporary. I didn't realize I was making my final move. If you're thinking, I'll just try it out, please know, it's not as easy to go back as you think. I'm sharing these regrets, not to scare you, but to give you the full, honest picture no one gave me. Choosing to move into a nursing home is a deeply personal decision. For some, it's truly the right move. For others, it becomes a regret that cannot be undone. Whatever you choose, choose it with open eyes and a full heart. And know this, as long as you have life, you deserve to live it with purpose, dignity, and joy. Thank you for listening. If this video resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. And if you want more timeless wisdom from someone who's lived it, subscribe and stay connected. You're never alone. Not here. This is Timeless Wisdom for Seniors. Thanks for watching. And here's to living lighter, freer, and happier than ever before.